All right. Well, I have inquiring minds who want to know because I incorrectly called it studio class, but you have created something called studio day here for the
Correct.
Royals, and inquiring minds want to know. So give us some information about that.
Okay, so came up with this concept at the end of last year, looking and planning for our practices this football season. A few situations that I kind of wanted to solve. First of all, I noticed that Tuesdays were always a day where my kids went to tutorials. It's just that day of the week. That's when a lot of teachers have tutorials. So a lot of kids would miss, and it's hard to have practice, and run forms.
And realistically, they get back to school on Monday. They get academically checked in. Their teachers, most teachers are not mean and give tests on Monday,
Right.
but they are going to have them later in the week. So
Correct. Yes.
seems like Tuesday's a correct day.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I thought, how can I promote tutorials, but also curtail when everyone's gone? Then second, come football season, since we are turning over routines every 2 weeks, we needed just one day to devote to technique. In years past, I've always done, because we do 7th period Royals, and then we go straight into practice. And in years past, we've done, okay, Monday is going to be, stretch and regular technique. Tuesday is conditioning exercises. Wednesday is turns. Thursday is this and that. But just over the course of time and, given the nature of the season, those days would just be cut short. And then last, I just needed an opportunity to be a mom. Like I said, Josie started ballet, and I needed a day where I could leave practice early, not feel guilty, go take her, to the very first ballet class of the day.
Part of director well-being, absolutely.
Yes.
Family
Yes.
first.
So I decided Tuesdays are our go-to days. So I told the girls, Tuesdays are studio days. If you need to go to tutorials, if you need to do appointments or anything like that, focus on Tuesdays. Then we practice during 7th period, but then after school, basically I lesson plan every Tuesday to be a little different. So one day will be turns, one day was just flexibility.
Fun.
Another day, one of my officers just taught a combo. They said we need to get our feels out, and I said, okay, well, let's dance. Let's take a break from kick and let's really dance. At the beginning of the year, I sent my kids a Google survey to gauge their interests and their needs for this. And I said, tell me what are your strengths? Are you good at turns? Are you good at leaps? Are you good at flexibility, etc.? What areas do you want to improve on? And then that helped me calendar what we were going to accomplish. I do teach a lot of the studio days, and it's fun for me too.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Because it's just fun to dance with your kids.
And it's fun to dance with advanced kids instead of dance one kids all day long. Yeah.
Exactly.
How many more tendu combinations can you do?
Yes.
Yes,
exactly.
Right.
And but then I do also ask some of these kids who said their strengths were in turns. I help them or ask them to help teach. I don't know how to do floats, but I know someone who's really good at it. So I brought her in, and she did like a little 2-8 combo about floats, and then this girl did this and that. So it's definitely a team effort. But again, this is an opportunity for my kids to see me as a dance teacher, not the director.
Right. Well, and to interrupt you, I was thinking about something when you just said that. The fact that you're actually facilitating them teaching each other instead of it happening over on the side or, when they're in a break. And so you're actually giving them a chance to teach each other, and it's in a kind of a controlled environment. Yes. In the sense that you're monitoring it so they're not going to do... my mindset is always, my worry was always somebody was going to try to learn a trick from someone and they were going to end up being injured.
Yes.
Because they weren't really ready to learn it, or they didn't have the basic flexibility or something like that.
Agreed. So like back to our turns day, there are some girls who had never done floats. And I have to say, I mean, when I left that studio day, like we all just felt so inspired and motivated, and because to see their teamwork and help each other. I mean, even my like really high advanced kids, I saw improve that day. You know,
Right.
they just took one little tip from each other, and it wasn't a competition. It was just all about sharing each other's knowledge
Right.
and helping each other grow.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to summarize for someone, what would you think, like I said, give them the 3 high points to kind of summarize this segment?
So for Studio Day, well, let me, sorry, go back. It's only a 45-minute class.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah, so we end early. So it's from 2:45 to 3:30. And then I open up the studio for kids who want to do solos or do, you know, privates, or sometimes we need royal tutorials.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so the dance room is available for them, or a lot of times we have officer practice right after Studio Day. But think of it as like when you hire a clinician to come in to teach your kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're gonna block that time out of your practice.
Right. Absolutely.
And it's important to block that time for technique, but just overall mental and emotional well-being.
Enjoying dancing and not just being
Yes.
rote.
Yes.
So, okay.
Yeah. So Monday we hit it hard, Tuesday Studio Day, and then we're back in practice on Wednesday. And we all come back so refreshed and so energized and so, you know, excited to be back in practice.
Perfect. I like it.